Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
But I feel like it's just not fair to come to college and damage your health. Like, that's unacceptable.
A whistleblower contacted us wanting us to investigate her on-campus living situation. It started with mysterious medical symptoms. Take a look at her eyes in this picture behind me. She says her moldy apartment complex at UND is to blame. Now she says the university is making her pay for it. Valley News Team's Ryan Laughlin tells what could be hiding behind the walls.
So this is the previous apartment unit right here, number 440.
It started almost a year ago for Megan Hilgers.
It started with just swelling in the face, under the eyes mostly, and itching and watering eyes.
Unsure of what was going on, she went to her doctor.
Went to a dermatologist, allergist, everything to try to get it figured out. So finally I had some allergy testing done, and I was allergic to a lot of things, and I had no idea that I even had allergies, but one of the most severe was mold.
So she bought a home test kit from the hardware store.
Old apartment had a very high level of mold.
She says she then tried to get UND Housing to take a look at the issue, but she says her concerns weren't taken seriously.
So it's like every little thing they could blame, they did.
She says maintenance blamed her symptoms on the garbage cans and scented candles, but the worst accusation is when they said maybe it was all in her head.
I think I was just so blown away. I don't know if I even responded. I think I probably started crying at that point.
You had made allegations that this might have been in her head or this might have been a psychological thing. She took offense to that. Is that something you want to address?
No, I'm not going to address that. I will address that. Dealing with these situations can be difficult because they are so complex.
Troy Nolder oversees nearly 800 units on UND's campus, and he says mold is rarely an issue, and legally he can't address specific situations with students.
Our first concern is working with the students to try and minimize the inconvenience that might be exhibited there.
Hilgers says they failed at that.
I was not being heard, and that they just wanted me to quit complaining about this and move on.
If the health problems, thousands of dollars in medical bills, and an expensive air purifier weren't enough, she says UND Housing is making her pay even more.
So I was told that if my roommates are not moving in, I am responsible for paying the rent for all 3 bedrooms, which is $1,125 a month.
$1,125 a month for an apartment with less mold.
I feel like the things that they said were just inappropriate, and they were trying to make me quit fighting. So it's very hard to be stuck in my ways and keep going and fighting for myself and my health, but it's not something I can take lightly because it can affect me for the rest of my life.
Hilgers now has to use an inhaler and still doesn't know how much UND will be charging her to live here. From Grand Forks, Ryan Laughlin, Valley News Live.
UND says they test rooms for mold, but only if tenants request it. If you rent and think you may have mold in your living space, make sure it gets tested because it could lead to major health concerns. And this story came to us through our Whistleblower Hotline. If you have an issue you'd like for us to solve, give us a call, 237-6576, and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth.